Maria Hjelmborg, professional astrologer here. Actually, all you need to do is watch the next 20 seconds ahead and there will be all the answers you need to know. Unless you're a nerd and you want to dig into the details. Because if you just move from your head and into your heart, you'll find all the answers you ever need to know. Because when your head is connected to your heart, the thoughts that comes are intuitional thoughts from a higher wisdom. And therein lies all the answers you'll ever need to know when you need to know them. Happy says, yeah, true.
There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said.
Hi there, I'm your astrologer Maria Hjelmborg, and this is a report made in English, Danish and Spanish. This is the English version. Welcome to the report. So we have a full moon in Aquarius, and this is on the 3rd or 24th of July, depending on where you are on the planet. This is a culmination of whatever happened around the end of December, actually, where we had a new synodic cycle of Saturn and Jupiter, where they entered into Aquarius for the first time in 20 years together. And as well as half a year ago, we had a new moon in Aquarius where we had a stellium of 5 planets actually in Aquarius. And now we're back with the combination of this, and this is about our future, depending on where this falls in your chart, in which sign, in which house it falls in your chart, of course. This is something you can ask me in the commentary section if you aren't out of that. You can also see your own sign later on in the report where I do the tarot card reading for each sign. It will be in English. So this is about your future planning in any particular area, house area in your chart this may fall. Plans for how you want the future to be. Remember that there's a tarot card version where you can find each sign, your personal sun sign, moon sign or rising sign, and see in details what's going on. The quantum physical part. It isn't important which road I choose to walk. It doesn't matter which job, which house, which girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever choice I make. The only thing that matters is, does it have my heart in it? How do I know if I'm choosing with the heart? Does it feel light, and nice, and beautiful? That's it. If you decide that fear of rejection, the fear of rejection is the scariest thing you can imagine in your life, then you'll probably end up regretting a whole bunch of things. But if you decide that the scariest thing in your life is regretting all the things you didn't do, then it will be much easier for you to just let the fear of rejection go away, because you know that that's triumphing the other, that you don't want to have regrets later on and that you didn't try. Have a lion's heart. You have it. Be brave. This is the time, the season to be brave. I remember when I first really started to apply the knowing of that I create my own reality through conscious choices of focal points, way of thinking, feeling, where to have my gravity point. Was it in my heart, in my head, and was it out there in the universe floating around, or was it grounded, etc. When I saw that I had these choices, then anything that was not in alignment, like old tensions in my body that was not in alignment with this new way of thinking, came up, like doubts on, oh, will things really go well? You know, that kind of feeling and thought would come up. And so that if this is new for you, and even if you are far into this way of living, it can still come like these weird inner questions of, no, but am I good enough, or is it possible, or maybe I'm just doomed for a bad future, or something like that. Those kind of feelings or thoughts may arise strongly, and you're like, well, I just thought I chose a new life, and now it's coming back so strongly in a negative sense. It's like, it's normal. It's all tensions that also replaced in the body that now comes out also in the form of thoughts and releasing of tension. So just be mindful and aware of what you choose to believe in. Which narrator do you believe in? Which narrator? Which mental narrator? The one that feels bad or the one that feels good? The narrator that's in your head telling a story that feels good will be your higher self. The other one, not so much. You have a choice. See that choice. The biggest challenge is when you calibrate your energy to your surroundings and what is, then you won't move, you won't excel and expand. You will stay there in a status quo kind of reality. You have to calibrate yourself from the inside, not to what you see, unless what you see is the right thing for you to calibrate to, of course. If something isn't happening in your life, it often means that you're trying too hard. Relax about it. You're pushing too much. Relax. It cannot come in with that. There's too much tension. That blocks the way. Thought-wise too. Now that we have gotten into the Aquarius full moon, it means that we have entered into Leo season. The sun is in Leo. When we get into Leo season, we start feeling the courage to be who we are. And we find, Leo in its essence is finding the scene in this life that you want to stand on, to represent yourself when you are fully in your heart, being able to just be who you are, not afraid of being judged by others. And this, of course, happens only if are you able to not judge others and yourself? It's a question you can ask yourself. Because in the judging of others, it means that there's a part of yourself that you are not fully integrated. So stop judging others. It's of course something that has to happen naturally, cannot just be a mental thing, but it starts happening when you finally really enter your heart. And there is no judgment. So good luck with that. Just kidding. A little bit of weird Aries humor here. What I also want to say is that we have 2 full moons in Aquarius this time, which is interesting because this gets the lunar cycle back so that it's more, so that it's back in order, one might say. We have a lot of Aquarius already this year, and now also 2 full moons in 1 year is a lot of culmination in that sign. We have definitely switched into the age of Aquarius now. With these 2 full moons in Aquarius, we really entered the Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, which means, of course, we're letting more quantum physical mind setting in, but also a time for faster manifestation, because we are now entered into an air sign where things travel really fast and technology develops fast, and so be very much aware of where you direct your energy, because that focal point has become faster. Have you noticed how much faster you develop when you want to change something in your life? If you can stay in that frequency of what you want to manifest or become, then you will see things shift rapidly around you if you don't fall back, but stay there. There's a shift in the vibration field on the earth, so it becomes even more important to stay on that vibe where you want to be in this time age or time space. If you really master yourself in so that you can stay in that vibe where you want to be that vibe you want to you want to be and feel, then have you noticed how fast it manifests around you? It's that adventurous feeling of, oh my goodness, I don't know exactly what I'm going to create. I know how I want to feel, but and I don't know what exactly I'm going to want to create. But it's such an adventure to see what it will bring me when I shift my energy all time over and over again during a day. It's so adventurous and exciting to see what life then delivers through my energetic work. And it's been much easier to move towards that future. Aquarius is also the sign of the future. You want to create, as we now have the sun out of Cancer, which is also so much about the past, that it's easier to stay oriented on that future story that you can pull into the now through the energy of Aquarius. It's a time where our biggest fears are dying over and over again. And where do we find our fears? Where we have the most control. So look at that. Where do you have the most control in your life? That's where your biggest fears are. The sun passed Pluto on this, when was that? It was like a week ago, 5 to 7 days ago, before this full moon. And then Mercury is now reaching that area also. So we are beginning to understand these fears and how they kept us held back, and now we are releasing them. How nice is that? Where in your life is this happening? If you want to find out where you have the biggest fear in your life, then find out where Pluto is in your natal chart, house and sign. If you then want to go further on your evolutionary journey, then you go to the sign opposite of Pluto and develop that even more. Like people from my generation, we have Pluto in Libra, so this will be the Aries energy, which would help us move forward through that fear. It's very old parts of us that are dying, very old. So it's nice to have this release. Not only where you have your biggest tendency of controlling things, but also where you don't want things to change. That's where your biggest fear often lies. Okay, so this full moon, the first one now in Aquarius, is happening at 1 degree, 1.5 degree more or less of Aquarius, and it's when the moon is the brightest in the sky, so it means that there's something in your life is being illuminated in this house area of your chart. This or something similar is coming to life, coming into focus in your life. You're meant to follow what you see and go for it and trust it. The Aquarius energy is opening us up to new ways of thinking. As the moon is full, it will be in Aquarius in opposition to the sun. So in Aquarius, it will soon after meet Saturn retrograde. And Saturn is about taking responsibility and taking things more seriously, going over things, taking stock of situations so that we can set up plans. That's what Saturn wants. He's the time lord. So we can say that there's a tension between past and future. Where tension transform in a good transformative way. It can feel like a tension between where you come from and where you want to go. Those new parts of you that you are integrating now through the sign of Aquarius, your future self coming into your now. So the sun is over there in Leo, where it's about your personal will and the way you express yourself creatively and your needs and wants. Since the sun is the ruler of Leo, and the sun is the me, the I, the self. It's a strengthening of who you are, a strengthening of your sense of self. at the same time as you want to move on forward, the moon in Aquarius. And the Aquarius energy is also the rebel and wanting to do things. I did it my way, that song kind of feeling. At the same time, it's of course also this reevaluation where you have to take into consideration what you need for the next chapter of your life that you're going into. Considering what you need to do to prepare yourself for that chapter. There's a big call for really staying present in the now, even though you're looking into the future. Remember that. Mercury is also getting into his opposition to Pluto soon enough. And that's a difference in viewpoints or a challenge in that someone is trying to suppress what you want to say. So be aware of staying centered in your heart instead of being argumentative. And try still to be open towards listening to that. It's okay to have differences in viewpoints. Venus is in 2 degrees of Virgo, while Jupiter retro is in 0 degrees of Pisces. And so be aware of that. You have several different desires, and even though these are the 2 benefics, it's not so bad, this opposition, but it can feel like there are 2 things that you want that don't really cope so well. But just accept it and have fun otherwise, even though there's split energy in the air. The split energy can also be about our comfort zone being challenged by what we really want in the future, and you're not focusing too much about what is already around you, being afraid that you can't change the status quo, perhaps also, to just trusting the process, Jupiter and Pisces. Be trustful about that it will come when you're ready. Saturn is the ruler of the full moon, and the Time Lord always says that there's a timing for everything. Just trust that timing will be ripe when it is. As with everything that has to be ripe before you eat it. There is this feeling of you've had it with something and that's it, it's enough now, you're done with something in your life. It's kind of like making a decision, a choice, something which is closer now than it was before, about your future. You still cannot see it. I've said this plenty of times, but it's closer now than it was before, and you still have to make that choice again. Remind yourself of where you're going. These are the outer planets, but in opposition to the personal planets, which calls for other things that are calling for your attention right now, right here and right now. Even though you feel like you wanted to move on with that other thing. It's something to do with the higher Aquarius ideals in your life, and you start to get a glimpses of it. Now you kind of see it. Yeah, it is coming. Okay, it is coming. It's not there, but it's in the far distance. It's coming. Actually, it's not so much that you see it, but because it's the moon there, then you feel it. You can feel it now. It's all about what you really want in your life. And with Mars in Leo, he has been helping you to really assert yourself so that you can believe and have that self confidence. Venus in Virgo is of course about crossing your T's, dotting your I's, taking care of the details. Aquarius is the highest, the third and most developed of the air signs, the mental processes. So usually it's the higher knowing, higher learning on a really satellite level where you see it all in the biggest perspective you can. But since it's the moon, it's this kind of intuitive feeling where you just know. You don't know why you know. You just know. It doesn't matter why you know, because you just know. In Aquarius, there can always be this fear of not knowing where your group of people is, where you belong, of being, you call it in English, the outcast or something like that. So there is this potential here of really going in and getting to know thyself on a deep level, because when you really find out who you really are authentically in your core, that's when you can attract the right people and find your tribe. Trust that process again. It can feel frightening to get out of the closet, so to speak, but just do it. Only when you are completely authentic, you are in alignment with yourself, and also only when you are completely in alignment with your higher self, out of your head, into your heart, into your body, and you dare to take that risk and just be yourself completely authentically. That's when you share yourself in a pure way, and that's when you can inspire others to come from the heart. That's when you change the world through that. It's about daring to speak your truth, to say what you feel when you feel it, and mean who you are, be who you, even though, once you can stand there 100%, it doesn't matter if people understand you. Then that starts not to matter, and even for the people who don't understand you, it doesn't matter either, because they can just see how you shine, and it doesn't matter why you shine, because you shine. Just as that, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you love it. So Aquarius energy might give you a breakdown, but it will also make you break through. It's a breaking out energy. You can do it now. It's a little bit like Chiron that just turned last week to go retrograde in around 12 degrees of Aries. It's also to do with you, leaving parts of yourself. Like the Aquarius energy is authentic. The moon is going to hit Saturn, which is in a sextile to Chiron, which has now turned, and during the last week we have felt our wounds come up-ish, but also we now have the opportunity to just stay in that authentic nature and say, this is who I am. This is who I am. Yeah, this is who I am. This is my unique self. And certain energies you're just not attracted to anymore because you've changed, and you feel this change, and just let things unfold now. So certain vibrations just aren't resonating with you anymore because you're changing. So you're leaving certain groups of people, perhaps even. Oh, but I am not amazing, because I have this flaw, and this is, maybe I can't do it anyways. Yeah, you can. We are all amazing, exactly who we are. And you came here to be you, and you don't need anything outside of yourself, anyone outside of yourself to complete you. You are perfect and amazing just the way you are. And now we go into the individual sun signs, moon signs, ascendant, rising sign. In English here, find your sign, the timing of it, in the timestamp section underneath the video, or it appears several times on the screen in the beginning of the video, where you can see at which minute Taurus starts, Aquarius starts, and so on and so forth. Don't follow trends, follow your heart, be authentic, trust the process, and remember, where attention goes, energy flows. Your moon sign is how you experience it in your inner world, and with your feelings and emotionally. Your sun sign is more like how you interact with others, your core. This is who I am, the me part. And your ascendant is your body, how others experience you and how you interact with others. Aries. Okay, Aries, so this is in our 11th house. I'm Aries. Sun, Mars, Aries. So this is in our 11th house, where it's all about not the money, could be, but the future. I was about to sing that. It's all about the money. Do, 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 do. Peace with some mental thing that you've been having in your mind. Maybe it's two things having on your mind. Make peace with something. The woman is blindfolded. Get out of your head and into your heart. Enjoy nature. Oh my goodness, again we have these. Alright, the Empress. Just enjoy your feminine side. Venus is still traveling along with our planet. How is it going? I mean, finally we have Mars out of the opposition to Saturn, my goodness. And out of Uranus. What changed in your love life? What changed in your relationships? Did you get a new partner, or did you finally say goodbye to the old heartbreak of yours? Remember to have the clear visions of a future, because if you cling on to an old past story, you'll never move ahead. So you need to just be in your heart, heal the wounds that are there, of course, but go underneath the layers, and underneath the next layer, underneath the next layer, instead of just being in one layer, the first layer, where it seems like, oh, it's just about what's going on in front of me right now, very concrete. Then try to go within and see, oh, underneath the sorrow lies an anger, underneath the anger lies a fear, underneath fear there's actually just a craving for love. And then see that, okay, it was an old story, I don't have to repeat it. If I change, if I clean myself, if I meditate, if I get out of this, I will be able to get the new future. This is the star. Actually, this is the Aquarius card. Naked. No more old stories are attached to this body, this person. The visions of the stars, 7 stars here, actually 8 with the big one, but 7 stars in the background, and 7. The number 7 is one step ahead, left foot into the more spiritual future, whereas number 8 is the more psychological parts of the stomach. You know, what we have on a deep level is the Scorpio energies, the depth of the lake, where we have transformed that, and now we are clean and pure because we lifted it up to a new state. So now we have something to give to people because we've healed this wound, and also spend time in nature. It's a good time to spend time in nature, and also, you know, refresh your story. Get a new story going on instead, and just keep on focusing on that vibration that you want to have. Notice. Make it your only priority to notice where you are vibrationally. Every time you fall, you ask yourself, is there a reason to fall? Is there a reason to have this thought pattern? No, then just pick another one. And then you're ready to move on passionately with a new project. That's a new project, yes. You Aries are always a little bit more lucky than the others because it's my sign and it's the first one, so I'm never out of time here in the beginning. So I often tend to make them a little bit longer than the others. Child, so nurture your inner child, or is there a child coming your way, or is there anything is there anything around your own children, or a situation from childhood, something around that's coming up, just to change it also to, if it's something old, change it to a new and better story. Hold that vision of that it is possible. Cry when you need to. Ask for knowing the lessons of what's this supposed to give me, and then move on, because this is a futuristic full moon. Reward yourself. It's okay to give yourself a little treat. What kind of treats do you like in your life? Make it a good experience, just something that makes you feel good. I mean, if the treat is to drink a half a liter of vodka, maybe it's not that kind of treat. But I mean, who am I to know and judge? I mean, that's not what I'm encouraging. It's just that for me, that would never be the answer, since I don't drink any alcohol, because I know it takes down my vibe, a vibration that I tend to and care for through meditation and stuff. Grand Trine blessings. So there are blessings in your life, and right now we still we have very soon the sun coming. We have the sun right now, but very soon we have also Mercury coming into Leo, which makes, even though there's nothing in Sagittarius right now, it's this support of our sun sign in Aries, with all the planets moving through Leo, gives us this trine, and then the sextile up to Saturn and Jupiter soon enough in Aquarius. This is supporting us for our future, and also our hobbies and the creative projects we have. Maybe you want to write a book, maybe you want to make some music, maybe there's something creative that needs to be expressed. Maybe it's just a child that you want to nurture in your life. Dream a beautiful dream, fulfill your dreams, that's it. And last card is the Law of Attraction card. God, you got 6 minutes. Aries. Ooh. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. So it's all about being in alignment. Actually, you can forget about all that I just said. If you are in alignment, and that you can feel, because if it feels right and good, and you can feel in your chest and in your body, you're connected to something bigger, then you will be responded on that same frequency, and that's fun. That's adventure coming your way, man. Yeah. Yes, Aries. What did you start in December, January last year? Oh, I mean December last year and January. What was the creative project? There was something that started then, a new life, where you said goodbye to something and wanted to say hello to something. What is it that you're saying hello to now? PPS, Aries. Remember to meditate. It's evident that we do so a couple of times a day, if not just one. Let's go, Aries, let's do it. Follow your heart, not the trends. Or the trends, if your heart says so. Be authentic, trust the process. Where attention goes, energy flows, and here we go. Okay, Taurus. Okay, Taurus, this is in your 10th house of career, ambitions, what you want with your life, how you want to be remembered. It's about the future, it's about which plans you have for the future. So, what did you start, Taurus? Late December, start January. What was the new things that you started up, maybe only on an idea-based level, but which is now moving forward? Okay, so this is the card I got. This is you enjoying yourself in nature. This is you really going for your dreams, for what you want to manifest physically in your life. These are the mountains, which is something old. That you have the ancient powers of Mother Earth with you, and the sun, the yellow sky, is that you also have the neutrinos of the body that you need. Make sure of that, so that you eat healthy, so that it's good nurturing food you eat. You can get nice food that tastes good, even though it's healthy. I've known several Tauruses who thought that if it's too healthy, it's not good. It doesn't taste good. Not true. And then use your intuition. It's very, very important to listen to spiritual guidance from your heart, the intuition, and that's by getting out of your head. And also remember to be flexible and in the flow. Not be stubborn and stuck in old ideas. And when you do so, and also you'll be in your daily life, there will be some welcoming, a feeling of, yeah, I came back to that idea, and I'm getting rewarded, because when I'm in a flow where something feels positive in my life, it feels like all the universe is conspiring to help me get my projects through. And it's a new project you're starting, and you're doing it passionately. There's a turning point right now, Taurus. Hope you can hear me, even though there's a wind. Cleanse and detoxify. There's something with your body. You need to make sure that you clean your body and eat healthy, and also have healthy thoughts and thought patterns. Life purpose. You are discovering your life purpose right now. Be aware of intuition, dreams. Write them down. Wedding, masculine, feminine. There's a balance, because your planet is traveling with could be an actual wedding you're attending or your own wedding, but on a spiritual level, it's that your planet is traveling along with Mars, the lovers of the zodiac right now. So maybe there's some love coming into your life where you're connecting with someone. Yeah. See only love. When you're connected to Source, the higher frequencies, that's all there is, what connects us all, you will only see love. So you know that if you think negatively or think bad about other people, you're not connected. So that's when your next assignment is to find balance through what you eat, think, who you're with, and your state of being. Is it in your head or is it in your body? She feels, she knows. It's all about your intuition. Getting back to know your intuition and get that guidance from your intuition. Neptune sacrifice. We've just had some constellations with Neptune, and Mercury will soon be going into. Don't mind the sacrifice word, just Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces, where he's at home right now, and Mercury will go into a trine with him. The sun just went there. oh, this is about you letting go. This is saying, let go and let God. And that's a very nice phrase. That's when you stop intending to control how things are being working out. The universe knows what you want, so you don't have to worry so much about whether you're getting it or not, because when you worry, you're blocking it. But just leave over the details. Don't be so specific on exactly what you want. Instead, just specific on why you want it. How is it going to make you feel? Like, which are the feelings you want? Focus more on the feelings, the inner world. And then the law of attraction card. I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Can you read this out loud? I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor, and believe it. Can you stay in that frequency? If not, that's your assignment if you want. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Be authentic, trust the process, and where attention goes, energy flows. Remember to meditate. There are many meditations on the channel. P.S. Taurus. What I meant was that Mars and Venus are traveling together, but not in the same sign all the time. But as you know from the Mars-Venus report, that's still valid to see. Then through Leo and Virgo, they are traveling for a while. But Venus is in 2 degrees of Virgo right now. Your ruler, so you are definitely focusing upon the nitty-gritty, the details, but also perhaps enjoying a romantic life, romantic situation, or just enjoying time with your children or a hobby or something that makes you feel good. It's a good time for that. Gemini. So Gemini, this is in your sister sign because it's an air sign. Ooh, and here comes the air. Don't you just love it? Yeah. So this is your sister air sign, Aquarius. And your ruler right now is traveling through Cancer. So this is all about your intuition, and during this full moon also. And your ruler is actually in a nice trine, soon coming into an opposition with a nice trine to Neptune, soon coming into an opposition with Pluto. What does this mean? This means that you're undergoing a transformational process where you're really getting into know your spiritual layers, the spiritual layers of your life. And this means that you're learning to stop thinking and really getting into the body. I would really take advantage of this time while your ruler is going through Cancer to really get out of your head and into your body, into your feelings. Go out into nature. Nature is not living in the head, but only in the now. And that's what it's all about, Gemini, to live in the now. This is in your 9th house. You're really expanding your horizon, seeing visions of the future as well. Enjoy friendships. This is also a sign of friendship, Aquarius. And 3 of Cups, you're the 3rd sign. So this is you really communicating with friends. But find a new level of doing so and listen more than talk. Maybe you've carried a lot of weight lately and you feel like life has been burdening you and in some levels. It's time for you to harvest and get some rewards for it, even though you feel that your back is a little bended too much. There's something where you feel like you need to hold on to your energy. Maybe it's true physically that you have to hold back a little bit with your money right now in a certain project, or what? Because you're afraid of that there's some kind of loss coming your way that you can't control. But really, this loss is something, if there is a loss in your life, it was something you needed to let go of because it was too heavy, and if you didn't, you were not able to be swift and moving forward fastly. So this is the time to move forward from whatever it was that you thought was not good to lose. Joy is the key. Follow the trail of joy. If any thought brings you down, if it's negative in any way, if any people you are with brings you down and you cannot control it, don't blame it on them, but just remove yourself of thoughts, situations, food, whatever habits that takes you away from that joyful feeling, then they are not right for you, not coming from your higher self. Only if they're joyful, you know where they come from. Focus on the light, it says. That was what I just said. So, always affirming. The cards are always affirming. Moon, soul. This is the moon is a ruler of Cancer, where your planet is right now. You really need to learn to follow your intuition so that your thoughts are connected to your heart. Always. It's good to feel good. That's the same card basically as the joy card. So just focus upon feeling good, then you'll be in the receptive mode. Don't focus so much upon what it is exactly that you want. Rather just be in a receptive mode. The universe already knows what you want. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Here's a little Gemini. Trust the process, be authentic. Where attention goes, energy flows. So Cancer, this is in a full moon in your 8th house of deep transformation, shared resources, and a part of you that has died, which is over, so that you can look into another future, perhaps. And of course, you have a lot in your 2nd house of self-worth and values, your own personal values. But it's your ruler, the moon, which is in your 8th house of transformation. First, I draw the Knight of Swords. This is something that goes fast, swift, a shift, a cut, a cord that needs to be cut, or some communication you need to do. And you are really mastering your feelings right now. The 8th house is a natural house for you to be in, because you master your emotions so well. It will also be easy for you to transform them because you have that perfect intuition. King of Cups just master his intuition and that inner guidance and voice perfectly. You're being welcomed home for once. So maybe you enjoy getting home into your into your house, and your family will greet you, or it's friends. It could also be friends, because in your 8th house, the transformation is often supported by friends when you are Cancer. Okay, glasses needed. Collaborative dreaming. Okay, so Neptune and Jupiter actually is still in your 9th house of dreams, and where your subconscious dreams or subconscious get things up to the surface through dreams. And but this can also be you noticing your dreams, noting them down, keeping a dream journal, for example, or something like that. But it can also be that you and more people together are dreaming about some kind of future that would be nice for you. 2nd house, owning, yeah. So we have a lot of, we have Venus, we have the Sun and we have Mars in your 2nd house. So it's about your shared resources. Again, your thoughts go around a project, something where you are collaborating with others, where you are investing yourself or your money or whatever it is you're investing in something with other people. But at the same time, you have a sharp focus on where your income comes from, your self-worth. What am I worth materially, but also knowing what I'm worth and value. My value is right now a good time to develop that and use that assertive Mars, who's doing well in your 2nd house. Earth element stability, that will bring you stability and grounding, of course, also. And Venus being in your 3rd house, Earth element of Virgo, communicating. Think about the small details right now is important. Being aware of the small details of your everyday life and communicating that with your loved ones, the closest people around you. Let's take the manifestation card for the Cancers. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. Yeah, this, if you heard the collective report, this is just so spot on. It suddenly turned cold here in Denmark, so I'm sitting inside now with a lot of clothes on. Like, this is like the biggest wool sweater that I have. So that was one shift. I was in my swimsuit before, and now this. Welcome to Denmark. It's even wilder in Japan, actually. That from one day to the next, it can go from 2 degrees to 25. That's like, what? Anyway, so just knowing that the spiritual guidance is there all the time, it makes you relax and gives you that certainty. And of course, the freedom to keep dreaming, because you know that there's a guidance towards what you're dreaming about, also when you can't see the results. Follow your heart, not the trends. But I don't need to say that, Cancers, you know that already. So, Leo. This is the 7th house full moon for you guys. Interesting. You've had Venus going through your house at the same time as Saturn is in opposition and Mars is still there. So the 2 malefics are playing in your field, because one is in your first sun sign house if you're a Leo sun. I mean, it's right there in your face, and the other is in opposition. So maybe it's a little tight for you right now. It could be that feeling, but with Venus there, it was nice. That's been a, what do you call it, a relief of tension probably. But then Jupiter is coming back within a few days. I don't remember exactly when it is. Was it on the 28th? What was happening on the 28th? I'm getting a little tired here because the weather just shifted from extremely hot to extremely cold. Oh, very nice, Leo. So, a full moon in your 7th house, which is often like, your partner is often your very best friend or very good friend, or it's just friends celebrating you. You're being celebrated and it feels really good and nice to you. So, enjoy the company of others and expect the best. Remember that you're responsible for your own vibration. The others just mirror you. So this is a sign that you're also doing good, as well as being a little challenged. Perhaps you're really getting a grip on that you are the master of you're the creator of your life. Look, the Hierophant card. So yeah, we have Saturn over there, of course. So this is also you having to, you know, just make plans, be realistic, and take stock of things, and yeah, just getting your priorities straight and stuff like that. An authority figure, father figure, something that you're not that keen on, perhaps, is showing up in your life. Maybe you can just try to love it. Acceptance is a good thing. Integrate it, whatever you're reacting to. Try to integrate it in yourself. If you have a reaction, it's something you haven't integrated very often. And it's just that you feel like you've been fighting a fight of some kind for a long time, and you're expecting another attack because you got some bad news. But if you just surrender yourself to your inner guidance, this is a moon card, and be more acquainted with your inner voice, where Mercury is in your 12th house right now in the sign of Cancer, where the moon rules. You can get information from that intuition if you just make sure to get that introverted time. Meditation, perhaps, Leo. Remember to meditate. I mean, some of you guys are watching this are regular meditators. Okay, so glasses on again, so maybe you don't need to hear this, but you can also just, remember to meditate through hardship also, because that transforms the whole situation. Follow your own rhythm. You really need to pay attention to that inner guidance of yours. And because there's a voice guiding you all the time, and you need to follow that. It's very important right now that you don't force anything through. You give yourself the time you need for the different things in your life. Perfect timing. Everything that you want will show up at the right time. Don't worry. The timing right now is going exactly according to plan, even though you think that you had another plan, and why is it not so? Sun spirit, it was reversed. So that is your ruler. Are you making sure that you're really going for what you want and feeling yourself and your needs? Because apparently it seems like you've been a little bit too concerned with other people's needs. There's some tension in this. Scorpio, I transform. Your 4th house, your roots is Scorpio. Make sure to listen to your inner child so that you allow yourself to transform through this period. Mercury is getting close to the sun, to Pluto. So there's a transformation of the way you think and consider. And also something maybe that was hidden that's coming up to the surface that you now understand better. In stillness, I receive. By the way, congratulations with happy birthday, Leos. You need that silent time and that stillness. Just as I said, meditation, even throughout what you do, not only necessarily through sitting in a quiet space. Try to meditate in more situations than just the usual. You can do walking meditation, even dishwashing meditation, if you want. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Be authentic, trust the process, and where attention goes, energy flows. Hugs to you, Leos. Virgo. Virgo, this is in your natural house, your 6th house, which is where you rule. Daily routines, patterns, and health issues. Are you treating yourself well? Something is being highlighted, illuminated around your health situation. A change that you wanted to make for a long time. Maybe you already started, or maybe, who knows. You feel like now you're being, some Virgos feel like they're being forced to do something. A regimen, diet of some kind. Cut down on too much work. Resting, meditation, something like where you feel like, okay, so Saturn is showing up in your 6th house and he's demanding stuff and you just need to do it-ish. That's the kind of feeling. There were other things that you would rather do, but now you have to do this. And at the same time, someone from the past you need to deal with, perhaps, that's coming up. You can't stop thinking about that person, perhaps, or it's that person just came. Maybe it's a romantic relation. It can also just be someone from the past bringing you love. Be open to receive. It's a gift of love coming your way. It's a gift of maybe it's an ex-partner that comes just to show you that your relationship has ended, but there's still love between you, and you can close and end a relationship with love even without wanting to get back together or having anything to do with that person other than just knowing that you separated in love or being friends with that person. Who knows? There was a broken heart. Either that person that comes back has a broken heart or your heart got broken, and yeah, maybe it goes even further back than that ex. Maybe your heart got broken in the past, way back in your childhood. Comes the same card again. Yeah, it's the past that's coming back, Virgo, for you to to shed it and see it in a new light. There's a better future for you. You need to see the innocence of people. There's something about forgiving people from the past. They're mirroring something in you that has nothing to do with them. You really, really, really need to learn that it has nothing to do with them. You're projecting stuff into them. You need to see the innocence in them because it's all about you. Whatever happened in the past was the past. Right now you're dealing with something, and the people that comes into your life are just mirroring it. So even though you're like, no, I can't love you because you did that to me, no, there was a soul lesson that you needed to learn, and there was a contract between you and other people that they had to put up this situation for you so that you could go through it and learn from it. So even though it's hard right now and something is might be pushing you into insecure waters, just tread easily, peacefully, and not too fast forward, but just let your intuition guide you. Just let your intuition guide you, and know that everyone around you is family, also friends. You can see your friends as family. You're not alone in this. Whether they're blood-related people, or it's just your friends, or even that ex whatever, or someone from the past who came, everyone is here because they love you. And you never lose anyone, even if someone dies or is sick or something like that. Focus more upon what you desire than the unwanted. You are thinking too much about things that you don't want. But you are getting better. I have the feeling that you're getting better at focusing on the wanted stuff. But there's still something you need to learn in shifting your energy. Focus more regularly and permanently in your daily routines upon the wanted. Shift your focus when your energy drops to something wanted, anything wanted, or some routine thing that will get you out of that spiraling thought that gets you down. 9th house, faith. So in your 9th house we have Uranus, and Uranus, you can have faith in the process because Uranus is cleaning out anything, because it's more about, this has apparently something to do with repetitive thoughts. Like, a belief is only a thought you keep thinking, is what Hicks says. Try to taste that again. A belief is only a thought you keep thinking. It's not because the belief is right. It's because you keep thinking that you think it's right. So now is the time to let go of these habitual ways of thinking that, oh, they are hurting me, or oh, this is doing that to me, or oh, I'm not good enough, or whatever thought pattern you have which is not serving you. It's time for you to break that habit. Going beyond normal. What's normal for you is no longer the way to go. There's something, a new way, and new downloads that you're getting, new pathways for you. Apparently you're getting out of your comfort zone right now, and that will take you far. I'm absolutely certain that will expand your horizon and give you a much cooler, adventurous life. Okay, glasses needed, Virgo. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. So it's all about, in whatever you do during your day-to-day life, make sure that you are always connected to spirit, or the source, or the God, or whatever you call it, your inner self, your heart. When you're connected to that, you will feel the certainty of what you're doing is right. Because that voice that's always speaking to us without words is just communicating so clearly. And that feeling of ease also. And that you're attracting just what you need at the right time and place. Don't follow trends, follow your heart, trust the process, and be authentic. And where attention goes, energy flows. P.S. Virgo, so your ruler, Mercury, is in Cancer, which is all about intuition and the past. That's why someone from the past might come in, and something to do with your mother maybe even. And also because you really need to transform on a deep level, because Mercury is going to be in opposition to Pluto, the big transformer, and where it's just like some part of you really needs to die and be released so that you can start over again on a new basis. And it can get emotional, so make sure that you really get your cleaning and meditation done of your spiritual field. Release, surrender. You really need to surrender now. If you don't do it, you'll feel like something is just taken away from you. You're changing permanently. That's it. and friends are helping you. Remember that. Whoever is helping you right now from your friend circle, they are there for you in the depth of their heart. It flows. Libra. So, this is in a full moon in your sister sign. So Libra, in your 5th house of romance, hobbies, you knowing what you want, culmination of you seeing what it is that you desire and want in your life. It's your heart expanding, and also it's you making plans for how to outlive the different creative projects. Maybe you want children, maybe it's about your children. Let's see which messages there are for you, Libra. By the way, we have happy here by my feet. Hey. So, are you keeping something secret for someone where you are not telling the truth or being completely honest? Or has someone taken something from you, stolen something? What is this? The 7 of Swords, so it's a mental thing. You know what it is. I don't. Just make sure that you have your path clean. Maybe it's you not speaking openly and honestly about who you are and what you desire. Are you really being you authentically? Because if you attract deceitful or lying people that are not telling the truth, it's because there's some imbalance in your own vibe. So, and often for the Libras, it can be about that you're not daring to be you authentically. You're pleasing people, saying what they want to hear. Okay, it's you learning to master that now. Be clear in your communication. You are almost at the mastery level of communicating. And this is a culmination where you really cut away what you no longer need, and you are able to cut to the core in the clarity in your thoughts, in the way you communicate. So you will be more playful. Maybe you like not arguing, but more like a little, friendly, loving discussion every now and then where no one gets hurt. It's just nice to mentally and verbally be able to communicate just like as a play-ish. Also, the Fool card. Have you been foolish with something where you just like recklessly abandoning all the rules to go forward playfully, joyfully, in naive ways? Maybe it's you learning to integrate Aries more, where you just bravely are courageous enough to just dance and sing, even if it's on the edge of a cliff, because you know that life is worth celebrating. And you enjoying yourself and your own company in the garden, a beautiful Garden of Eden. Abundance, because in your 11th house of Leo, where it's Leo just want that 11th house of yours, where maybe you have your circle of friends, many Leos, or Leo situations where you enjoy the bountiful goodies from the earth, luxury of some kind, what you perceive as luxury, and also getting rewarded for all the hard work that you did. By the way, your ruler has now entered into your 12th house, so it's all about the nitty-gritty, small details that you need to take care of in your day-to-day life. But it's also you releasing and purging, and maybe that sword is that you found out that you were being lied to, or there was a hidden enemy, or whatever came to the surface that you are not aware of, but just coming to the surface now, which is good and which is not, it's some kind of truth you need to get into in a situation. Maybe you keep attracting something unwanted because you keep focusing upon it and telling the story. Stop telling the story and tell the story of peace. And you can enjoy your 12th house. When our rulers are in our 12th house, we need to rest, make sure we get enough rest, and taking care of what we need. Our body needs alone time, meditation, walks in nature, but also just enjoying life, rewarding yourself in general.
Oh, I can't read without my glasses. Get about it. Seeing the true you. It's time to face who you really are and just stand in that person authentically. Don't say what other people want to hear. Say what you mean. South Node, life steps. Where's the South Node in your chart? Look towards that and see if there's a balance or an imbalance. Right now, the South Node is in Sagittarius, which is about shedding old belief systems. Thoughts that you keep thinking are the truth, but they are no longer the truth. This is what you're finding out. Let your past go. You're releasing, shedding the past, of course, because your ruler is in your 12th house, where we let go of the past. It's time for a new future for you. In stillness, I receive. You get the same card as the Virgos, or was it the Leos? Meditation, 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 meditation. In your everyday life, you need to meditate more. And that Venus card, that Empress card, of course, also can mean that you need to, or means that you need to enjoy your romantic situation. Whatever situation that is. Get some romance into your life. Let Amor shoot you with his arrow. Don't follow trends, Don't follow trends, follow your heart, be authentic, trust the process, and where attention goes, energy flows. Scorpio. So, Scorpio. 4th house, full moon. What started late December, which is now culminating around your family situation that you are redoing now. It's not there yet, but it's coming. You can feel that it's coming, but you can't see much evidence of it that it's coming. I know it. I know what it is for me, and I know it's coming, even though I can't see the evidence of it yet. So there's something that you need to be patient with, because it is coming. And Mars, our ruler, because I'm Scorpio rising, is in our 10th house of career. What's going on with your career, your reputation, your face in the world, etc. Right now, you're feeling the self-esteem that's coming up, as our ruler is doing well in Leo, even though we have Saturn in opposition. Of course, that's a little so some relation of yours is being tested, and you're there's something about your relationships you're still learning. There was something you needed to let go of, and we're still traveling with Venus, even though we have to catch up with her in Virgo. So even though there was some hardship, now you're being welcomed home at the same time. So stop telling the old story of what went wrong. Maybe that's it. And have more faith. The window from the church-ish. And then, as this is in your 4th house, your family, for a once, will welcome you home, and you will passionately walk through that gate and follow the rhythm of what your heart really truly desire, and who you are, but also at the same time pleasing your family, the roots that you have, people that are like family to you, making some nice changes in your home environment right now. Your feelings are, you're starting over. It's a holy grail. If you are open to receive, the universe will deliver exactly what it is that you want, what you focus upon. And we got that card again. As that's a homecoming, a welcoming. Someone is gonna be happy that to see you. Maybe a love situation, because let's get another card. Oh yeah, it's because when you get the ace, just wanted to have a more clarification on it. And it's not the same card, but nearly. This is a 6 of Wands, so it's just an upgrade of you being welcomed and celebrated, and people are admiring you also, Scorpio. So enjoy that. Take things at your own pace. Soon we'll go into Virgo, where we'll go into the nitty-gritty. What is this? Big, bold vision. Hold that vision of what you want and what you dream of. We're so intense, and I was like, wow, flying into the camera like that, because it's like, yeah, big, bold vision. Yes, we have the courage now with our ruler and Leo. I'm just like, so excited, because I know that I have a big vision. I want to keep that vision alive as well. Oh my God, what's this saying? I might as well keep them on. Cause my eyes get so huge in these glasses, and they're already intense. So it's like, so that's why I take them off. Restore and replenish. Okay, so we also need time to rest. At the same time as we're moving forward. So get that sleep of yours if you're not getting enough sleep. Astrology card for the Scorpios. Woo! First house, the body. Take care of your body. It needs it. Apparently it needs attention. So eat properly, sleep well, exercise enough. Just listen to the signals of the body, actually. It speaks to you. If there's an ache in an area, what does it want to tell you? Turn on your intuition. It will guide you. We have Mercury in our 9th house, in the sign of intuition. One of the signs of intuition, Cancer. So we have understandings right now, especially because it's in opposition to Pluto, our modern ruler, in a few days. So there's a big understanding intuitively coming to you about something that you need to release and surrender. There's a part of us that's dying, and it's probably a belief, 9th house. We have a thought that you keep thinking that's not serving you. It's creating a false belief in you. The only belief you need to follow is the belief of joy. If it's joyful and feels good, that means that you are on the way into the right direction, Scorpio. So that's a core belief that you can keep for sure. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. You don't need to worry about anything. You're being guided all the time, and you can use that as an adventurous thing that, hey man, I'm being guided all the time. I can just, lean back and enjoy and listen to the intuition when it comes, and then enjoy the ride. Just make sure to feel good and joyful. Thank you, Scorpios. Because the joy is the key to the telephone line to your higher self. Sagittarius. So this is in your 3rd house of communication. That's a combination at the same time as in your natural 9th house. We have Mars and the Sun right now. So at home, the Sun at home in your 9th house. So that's nice. But this 3rd house, what is it calling for you? Is it a new way of thinking? Have you shared some of your belief systems with the South Node in your sign? Can you feel some changes coming? Jupiter is going from your 4th house to your 3rd house, so it's on the cusp right now. And your ruler has been exalted, making you feel so much at home, and your family home life situation and your roots has been so good. Oh, the lovers, maybe you've enjoyed how that you felt that you had a good balance between your inner world and your home life and the external life, and you found this amazing connection with your lover, also externally. Also because Mars and Venus were together in your 9th house, your natural 9th house, really expanding your horizon through your love, through those oceans of love. I know a double Sag, David Hauser, who is amazing, and I know that he has a beautiful. How can I even mention him in a report? Well, actually, I think he's okay with it. Beautiful relationship with his beloved, and I think their family situation and her child is really good and beautiful. Anyways, I hope that their romantic situation is blossoming just like you are. He's an astrologer as well, by the way, amongst other things. David Hauser, you can check him out, and a love guru of some kind, you can call him as well. He's from California. That's actually diving for light. Anyways, let's focus upon you guys. So in order to really see the light, you dive in deep, and down there on the bottom of the ocean you find the light. So even though you feel like you're going through some heavy stuff, that's where you find the light behind that heavy stuff as you release them. Every journey starts with a single step. Something is not going as fast as you would like to, probably. You also like to be swift and fast. Let's see if there's something else for you here. The Justice card reversed. There's an imbalance that needs to be balanced out. What is it? You know, health thing? Are you over-exaggerating something? What are you over-exaggerating? Is it a mental thing or is it a concrete thing? Let's see. Be honest with yourself. Okay. So, yeah, something. There's a change in direction with that you need to be honest with. A new thing is being born in your life, but it needs, apparently there's something you need to stop doing or letting go of. Something, let's see in which area it is. The astrology card. I would love to have astrology dices. I think I'm going to buy some. It would be cool to use them. Part of fortune, increase. Okay, so where's the part of fortune in your personal horoscope? Try to find that. Your lot of fortune is what I was gonna say. You can go to astroseek.com and search for the zodiacal releasing calculator. There you will find the part of fortune as well. Just Google zodiacal releasing and astroseek in the same sentence. You will go there and you then type in. You'll find where the lot of fortune is. This sign and house is apparently there's something there you need to change. Also Leo, are you spending too much money on luxury more than you have, or what is it? Or are you too caught up in yourself, not enough in other people? Are you not listening to their opinions? Could it be something like that? Saturn truth? Yeah, okay, so there's a truth being told to you that you might not listen to in your third house of communication, where Saturn is right now. But and it's a longer process. You apparently need time to swallow and digest this truth. New partner, new business partner, new romantical partner, new way of being with other people in general. You're changing the way that you are being, that you are together, that you are, the way that you are in relationships. There's a change in direction. This comes again. Apparently a big change is on the way. You know what it is. You know what it is. I don't necessarily know what it is for you in particular, but yeah, close your eyes, make a wish, just close your eyes, make a subtle suggestion that you'll be told what it is if you don't already know. Okay, so the law of attraction card. Each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. So don't rely so much on the old patterns of thoughts and way you used to speak and what you used to say, etc. Tune more in through meditation to your inner self, to the higher self, so that you can get the telephone line open to the biggest intelligence of all. Because each time, apparently, you tune in to spirit, the guidance of the highest truth shows up to me. So let the truth come less from your own history and more just from being in the flow and listening to your intuition. In your 8th house of transformation, we have Mercury giving you new understandings of things. Sagittarius. Oops. Don't follow trends, follow your heart, be authentic, and trust the process. Where attention goes, energy flows. See you next time, Sagittarius. Have an adventurous life so far. I mean, not so far, I mean, from now on and forever and up to this point. Stop talking, Maria. It doesn't make sense. I will stop talking and go to Capricorn. So, welcome, Capricorn, to your part of the horoscope. This time it's in your 2nd house of self-worth and values and stuff. And there's something not going fast enough for you, probably. Because your planet, your ruler, is going retrograde. So something needs to be looked over again. And it's going from your 3rd house of understanding back to your self-worth. There's something where you're still controlling something in your life. And wherever you need to control something, there's a deeper fear lying beyond it. Probably a heartbreak. So where you tend to control, put in control and be afraid, of that things aren't gonna go the way that you want. There's a heartbreak beneath it, a fear of losing love. So there's a wound that's being healed right now in this process. Cry when you need to. It's releasing more than you know. And then also stop telling the story of it. Whatever happened to you in the past is staying with you because you keep talking about it. So what would be nice for you was just to make it on 180 and turn around and see that you have all that you wished for and wanted is right there. You just need to grab it and the rest will follow when you start paying attention to all the goodies in your life. Then you can ride forward, like passionately, going for what you desire, dream of it, talk about it every day, tell that new story of where you're going. And if people say, but it's not there yet, aren't you afraid that it's not going to happen? No, because it's already there. I'm just pulling it down from my, I was about to say vortex, and then comes the ground yourself card. Anyways, it's not the same as that you don't go, I mean, you need to ground the ideas that you have, but you also need to ground yourself through healthy food. Are you eating something or doing something that is not serving your sense of feeling safe on this planet? Time to go. Are you moving? Are you shifting location? What are you going away from? There's something. It's time to go. It's time to leave a situation, a place, a job, whatever it is. Now is the time. The sun sets and rises in your life, and now it's time for a sunset, and after comes a sunrise. Something is over for you guys. And the 12th house. Okay. Escape. So the South Node is in your 12th house, and the 12th house is Sagittarius, and maybe you have a tendency of escapism. No. Yeah, it could be. Well, maybe you actually want to escape and spend some more quiet time by yourself. Take a little trip, go on some kind of vacation where you get away from it all, so that you can just be quiet with yourself in peace and ease. And meditation is the 12th house, by the way. Are you getting a meditation on, Capricorn? Are you doing your meditation? Whatever is meditation for you, I'm not saying that this has to be a particular thing. Maybe it's walks in nature, sitting in the right location, just feeling life flow through the trees and the winds and the rain and the sun, and listening for the truth. I mean, if you are to listen, you need to be quiet. That's why I'm talking about meditation. It's a wide terminology, but you need to be quiet in order for you to hear. You need to be more in the receptive mode. Step 1, contrast. You ask for something that you want automatically through the contrast. Step 2, do nothing, let the universe take care of it. Step 3, be in the receptive mode, so that when you act, it's because you got an intuition, you heard a quiet voice, or you just felt like doing something. This is what this card says. And then you take action. The Law of Attraction card of this report. Upside down. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do myself. So are you impatient? That's your ruler in retrograde is making you impatient. When you are patient and just go into the receptive mode, you don't need to do anything. Apparently, you're probably pushing too much for things to happen. You don't need to do a hell of a lot for things to happen. You need to do less for things to happen. Just be patient and let the higher intelligence take care of things. Then you'll receive an intuition when it's time to act. Aquarius. Oh, by the way, Capricorn, don't follow trends, follow your heart. Be authentic. Trust the process. And where attention goes, energy flows. Now we can take Aquarius. So Aquarius, it's a full moon in your sign. You're blossoming. Whatever started for you guys late December last year, what was that? Is now taking one step further ahead at the same time as you're reviewing it. So it's kind of because Saturn is going retrograde, right? So it's not moving as fast as you want, but still it is moving, and you understand that things are coming along if you're just being patient, let the universe guide you when the timing is right. King of Pentacles, are you harvesting that you manifested exactly something in your life that you wanted for a long time is coming for you now? It's already there, you just need to see it. What is it that you wanted for a long time, which is in your life? Is it the child that you always dreamed of? Is it a financial situation? Is it the house? Is it the car? Whatever it is it just the feeling of being at home here on planet Earth? There's a reward of some kind. You're mastering something materialistically. Could it be your money situation? I don't know. Your intuition apparently is very good right now. You need to listen to it. Or seek guidance from a female figure if you're still in doubt of something. This is you also finding a balance where you don't only act, you really also just go into your intuitional part and listen to spiritual guidance. You won a mental battle because you thought that you knew that you were right, but you also felt like it wasn't such a thrilling experience because you might feel like you actually didn't. Maybe you went into an argument with a friend, but there's not really the redeeming value in winning an argument when they were sad and left you. So it's not always about being right, I guess. Someone from the past coming into your life again. An ex, whatever it is, some romantical situation coming back. It could also just be someone from your past, or you finding it hard to let go of your past. It's necessary, even though with your ruler going retrograde, of course, you are forced back into your past to go over something again and understand it in a new light now, and then again in 3 months' time, you will see it in such a new way that you're able to let go of it, and this will give you more grounding. Your modern ruler is in your 4th house of Taurus. Soon will he also be moving retrograde. He's still going forward. So you're still expanding on your home, in your home situation, but more, it doesn't have to be your home. It can also be that you feel more at home in yourself now that you are living more authentically, and your values are changing, and you take care and nurture yourself because you listen to your emotions. Scorpio, I transform, big transformation, especially in your 6th house of communication and everyday life. We have Mercury giving you some understanding of why it is that you need to take care of yourself better. And get the best routines, and you just maybe you should try to let yourself be guided just by intuition one day or 1 week, where you just follow that intuition wherever it takes you, wherever it guides you, and not question so much mentally in your daily routines. New partner, someone new is coming into your life, a new business partner, a new romantical partner, a new way of being your own partner, because you started getting a better relationship to yourself, perhaps. Faith in the process. There's some impatience. Trust the process. The timing is always right. You're ripe when it's ripe, not before, just because you want it. Law of Attraction card for the Aquarius. I let the universe catch up with my dreams. So let the universe do the work. You don't have to do a lot, push a lot. Just follow your guidance, inner guidance, and your dreams will come to you, Aquarius. Especially if you don't follow trends but your heart and be authentically you. Then you can trust the process. Where attention goes, energy flows. So stop telling stories about the past. Not about the future. That's your field, right? So Pisces, you guys, this is in your 12th, natural 12th house, where you get some alone time, spend some alone time and just, meditate, escape for a while. Just enjoy whatever you need to do with friends. Even though that chore is calling you in your 6th house, things that need to be done. Maybe you're more tired. Um, and well, your ruler is also going into your 12th house. You've been back home. It's been nice for you, Pisces. And you feel like a queen of your passion. You're following your passion. And your intuition is guiding that passion along so that you do what you dream of. There's so much. It's like starting over with how you feel. It's like the Holy Grail. If you hold out your hand and be in the receptive mode, not trying to control, dominate things, just be in a receptive mode where you're like just expecting good things to fall into your lap or into your cup or into your hand when it's open. King of Wands, you're really passionately right now. You like go for whatever you dream of right now. There was the Queen of Wands and now the King of Wands. It's like, okay, even though there might have been obstacles, and probably there is, because now your ruler is also moving backwards, so there's something about the past that you're going back into, but do it with passion and the faith in, like, do your everyday chores with passion. This is a fire energy where we have Mars and the Sun right now in Leo in your 6th house. Maybe also healing some old wounds because you finally started believing in yourself and that you were going in the right direction. And then enjoy your family. You have such a happy family life. Just enjoy that overwhelming feeling of emotions right now. Oh my God, I never saw so many good cards in the same deck. Something good is coming along for you guys. Whatever you feel like a family to you, whether it is family, friends, or people from your workspace that you just feel like are like family to you. Wow, it's just enjoy that feeling right now. Stand up, tell them about what you love, tell them about what you're good at, share your best qualities with other people, because you are worth it and you are in that mode. Assertiveness, yeah, you believe and trust in yourself, Pisces. Heart chakra, because you found a way to be centered in your heart, because then it's not you that you're trusting. You actually know that who you're trusting is that inner guidance that you are always having, which is coming from the bigger intelligence. So it's easy to be assertive when God is your Siri, okay, a narrator, whatever, the almighty nature, God, source, universe. Taurus, I have, well, in your 3rd house of communication, you have Uranus. Maybe you're telling other people brilliant things. Maybe you're channeling really good stuff to people. Scorpio, I transform. Of course, Mercury in your 5th house is right now in your romantic. So you can use, your words are sweet to people and they can transform them on a very deep level, because Mercury is in your 5th house of romance, children, hobbies, etc., creative projects. Creativity comes up in your the way you communicate, and it's meeting up with Pluto in opposition to Pluto, ruler of Scorpio, very soon, in your 11th house of friendships and stuff. Maybe you tell this truth to your friends so that they can transform, and it helps them transform. The moon is in your 11th house of shedding, letting go, releasing, surrendering to the process. And 4th house, roots. Oh my God, I keep drawing cards for you guys. Which is a Gemini where the North Node is. Maybe you feel at home in yourself finally, and that's mirrored in your surroundings. Faith in the process, trust the process. You do that. That's your thing, Pisces. That's what you are good at, because this is a Pisces sentence. So have faith in that process. And then remember, I can do less and attract more. Don't push things. Just make sure you're in the high vibrational frequency where you just like chose the good thought, chose the better feeling thought, chose to stop focusing on the bad old story and just a good story. Then you feel into the good feelings, feel into the good, nice feelings. And then you will attract good things because you created that field around you. Don't follow trends, follow your heart, trust the process, be authentic, and where attention goes, energy flows. Thank you, Pisces. Remember to meditate. There are many meditations on the channel. Ciao.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.